Hi guys, Casper MMA here, and today we are back with another predictions video on the channel. Today giving my predictions for OKTAGON 60, Buchinger versus Eskiev. Now this is another new promotion I'm giving predictions for on the channel. Never done it before, but I thought I'd give it a try today. Before we get into that, however, make sure if you're not already to go and hit the subscribe button down below if you are enjoying this type of content. It's much appreciated, guys. So we have 11 fights on the card tomorrow night, and we start off with the first fight of the night, which is Kirtzel versus Reso. Now, both women are unranked, 1-0, both professionally. Kirtzel with one win by rear naked choke in round number 1. Reso has a win by ground and pound in round number 3. So both have their finishes in their first professional fights, but I am going to go with Kirtzel here. I do think I haven't never seen a fight, but she's got a win by submission. I feel like if Reso can't defend a takedown and she gets to the ground, she's going to get submitted, and I think it's going to happen again in this fight, and I think it's going to be a round 2 submission for Kirtzel. So we move up the card to Bartl versus Solaja. Now, Bartl, 11-13, interesting record that is to say. However, he's coming off a loss by decision. Before that, he won by knockout. He just basically goes and he wins some, he loses some. He's just you never really know what he's going to do next. Solaja 2-0, so very inexperienced. However, both wins by KO in round number 2 for this guy. But apparently it says both wins from 3 minutes 57. I don't know if that's right, because that's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's an interesting matchup this. But I think I'm going to go with Bartl on this one, you know. He's the more experienced man, so even though he could get a KO win as Solaja, because he's got 2 already, I do think Bartl's been in there before. He's faced everything. He's been knocked out. He's been submitted. He's been to decision. I just feel like he's got the experience in him, and he's going to win this one by decision. He's going to take him all the way. So we move up the card again to Hromek versus Emir Khan Al. Or Emir Chan Al. Not really sure how you say that. Al is 1-0 in his professional career. He won by knockout in round number 1 at OKTAGON 51, 53 even. Before that, he's had quite a big amateur career, to be fair to him. A lot of fights, won quite a lot by decision and submission. So he looks a decent fighter, to be fair to him. He's fighting Hromek, who is 3-4. From Slovakia, 30 years of age, lost 3 to decision. He's lost once by KO. He's alright, I suppose. He's not the best fighter, 3-4. It's kind of his record. He's got a losing record. So I am going to go with the undefeated Al in this fight. I do just think he's going to carry on winning in his next one, because he won by knockout his first one, and I reckon he gets this one done. Let's see. What will I pick him by? I reckon he gets this done by knockout, you know. That's my pick. Then, moving up the card, we have Akipa versus Dominic Schober. Now, Akipa, 6-2. Not a bad record, to be fair. It's 4 wins coming by KO. 1 by submission and 1 by decision. He did lose his last fight to submission before that decision. But he has had a few knockouts, to be fair to him. Schober, on the other hand, is 13-12, so just about has a positive record there. Just 1 win, 1 loss in it even. He's lost his last 2, so both coming off 2 losses, to be fair. So it might be a close fight, but I do have Akipa winning this fight, to be honest, and I reckon he gets it done by KO. He's already off 4 already. I think he comes back and he KOs Schober in this fight in round number 1. So we move up the card to Shaaban versus Kevin Enns. Now, both fighters 3-1 on their records. Shaaban lost his first fight, but he's on a 3-fight winning streak now. 2 by decision, 1 by knockout. Whereas Enns 3-1 as well, but he lost 1 by KO. Then he's just won again by KO in round 1. So this guy's got 2. He's got all finishes in his fights, to be fair, never gone to decision. So I think that's what's going to push me towards Shaaban winning this fight. I don't know where he's from. I think that's Lebanon, maybe. Not too sure. But yeah, I think Shaaban is going to take this one to decision. I don't think he's going to get knocked out by ends, which is one of the threats. So yeah, I think he's going to take it to decision and he's going to win it. So we move up the card to Joni I don't know how to say his name. Joni Palokaj versus Karol Arteaga. Now, I think Palokaj was originally meant to fight someone else, but his opponent pulled out. But now he's fighting this 19-year-old from Ecuador, Venezuela, one of them. But Palokaj, not a bad fighter, 8-3 on a 3-fight winning streak as well. Looks pretty decent. His opponent, Karol Arteaga, I don't know how you say that. Probably say every name, one of these wrong because they're all German or something, but no idea. But yeah, he looks pretty decent. To fair, a lot of submission wins for him. He's only 19 as well, but I feel like experience is going to play a part in this fight. Arteaga's only 19. I don't think he's had enough experience against the older fighter of Palokaj, and I think Palokaj is going to withstand the submission threat of Arteaga, and he's going to get this done by decision. Now, we move up the card to Nazhand versus Max Handanagic. Probably butchered that one. Bosnian versus an Afghanistani. Interesting matchup, this one. 8-2 for Wahed Nazhand. Not a bad record, to be fair. Quite a few decision wins in there. 2 wins by KO, a submission win as well. Handanagic is 9-6-1. Quite a few losses, to be fair to him. Most of them coming by submission. So I don't think this guy's don't think got many submission wins. So I don't think that's a big threat, to be honest. But he's coming off a decision win against David Jacobson. Whereas Nazhand coming off I think is a decision win as well. Yes, split decision to Bartl, who's also in this card. But it's a close fight. Could be a close fight, to be fair. But I think Nazhand is going to be the better fighter in this one. He has the better record, and yeah, I think he's going to get this done by decision. Now we move up the card to Mohamed Grabinski versus Jakub Bahnik. Now Bahnik, the Czech man, 9-5. However, he's coming off a split decision loss, so it's could have won that fight, to be fair. And then he had a no contest, and then I beat Jamie Cordero by disqualification. So interesting record, to be fair. He has 3 wins in a row by KO in round 1. So he's a dangerous man, this Bahnik. Mohamed Grabinski, on the other hand, 23-10. A lot of fights, to be fair to him. 13 wins by KO. But he has lost his last 3 fights in a row. And then he won 1, but he lost the one before that as well. So he's got a lot of fights under his belt. 32 years old. But I am going to pick Bahnik in this fight. I do think he's going to get this done, and I reckon he's got a lot of KO wins. I think he's going to KO Grabinski in this fight. So we move up the card again to Jamie Cordero versus Milan Datelinka. Butchered that one, definitely. Datelinka 10-7. Not a great record, to be fair to him. He is coming off 2 KO wins, but he did have 3 losses before that. Jamie Cordero 5-2, 3 wins by KO, 2 wins by decision. I feel like this fight is going to be on the feet. I don't think it's going to go to the ground because the other guy has lost quite a few submissions before, but this guy's never won by submission. So I can see it staying on the feet, and I think Cordero is going to win there, and he's going to win by KO in round number 1. So we move up the card again to the co-main event: Nicholas Stolze versus Matus Kohout. Now, Stolze was in the UFC for a period of time. He didn't win. He lost all 3 to Razaman Emeev, Jared Gooden, and Benoit Saint Denis. So Saint Denis is not a great matchup to have for your last fight in the UFC. Basically just kicked him out instantly. But then he came back to OKTAGON, won by knockout, and then lost to rear naked choke. But his opponent, Kohout, it almost says knockout, to be fair. It's an interesting name. He's coming off 2 wins, both by decision. He lost before that to rear naked choke. 11-7, not the best record in the world. Stolze 13-7, so pretty similar. Both had the same amount of losses. But I just think Stolze is going to win this fight. He was UFC level at one point. He has got He's been there, done that, and I feel like he's gonna win Kohout, and he's gonna do it by decision. Now we move up the card to the main event: Ivan Buchinger versus Lom Ali Eskiev. Now could go either way this fight. I was looking at it before, looking at both the records. Very it's a close one. It's a close fight. Buchinger's got an insane record, 43-9. This guy has been around. He got knocked out by Conor McGregor back in the day, back in 2012, in Cage Warriors, which is kind of crazy. But apart from that, he had a lot of wins at the time. There was his only loss for a while, and then he's lost a few more. But he's got a lot of wins. He's got 25 wins by submission, 11 by knockout, 6 decisions. It's a crazy record. But he is 38, which is factoring in to my decision on this pick. So Eskiev is 32, German, record of 21-7, so not too bad, to be fair. 10 wins by KO. Also, he is coming off where he had some weird. He won a decision in something called cage boxing or something. I don't know what it is. Sparta Championship fighting. I don't know. But before that, he won by KO to some guy I'm not going to even try and pronounce the name of. But so I'm so bad at name pronunciation. I should probably look it up how it is. But I think that it's a close fight, to be honest. But I think Eskiev gets this done by decision. I think Buchinger is just getting too old now. He's 38, and Eskiev, the younger fighter, in his prime almost. And I think he's going to get this done by decision. So there we have it. There were my picks for Octagon 60. Make sure you let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And that's going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, maybe leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.